Greetings. Today I will discuss one of the other great tribes that inhabited Indiana when the European explorers began penetrating the region in the 17th century, the Miami. The Miami tribe in Indiana, the Miami used the name Mito-Seniaki to refer to their tribe. They contained the name Miami, a side name used by others to describe them. This name seems to derive from the word Miamia, which means downstream people. The tribe speaks a form of Algonquin, which makes the tribe akin to the Delaware, Illiniak, Kickapoo, Menominee, Shawnee, Sauk, Potawatomi, and Fox tribes. Historians think the original home of the Miami tribe was in the Wisconsin area. The Iroquois appear to have driven them southward during the Beaver Wars with the Iroquois in the 17th century. This war was fueled by Dutch and English desire for furs, which were abundant in northern regions. The tribe initiated a series of wars to expand their territory into the Great Lakes area in the 17th century. The war displaced many tribes, including elements of the Shawnee, Huron, Ottawa, Ojibwe, Mississauga, Potawatomi, and the Miami. The forced migration left Michigan's lower peninsula and part of Ohio country almost depopulated of native tribes. The Miami tribe relocated in the Wabash River region in western Ohio. During historic times, the tribe migrated to the area now encompassed by northern Indiana, western Ohio, and southern Michigan. French missionaries visiting the Lake Michigan area, first Europeans to encounter the tribe. By late 1600, the tribe constituted the largest tribal group in what would become Indiana. The tribe was composed of 6 main bands: the Crane Band, the Wea, Pinkashaw, Killaticka, Mingaconkia, and Pikokokia, and I apologize for my butchering those names. The French explorers noted the similarities in language and customs of these tribes as they moved into the area in the 1670s. The tribe occupied an area in northern Indiana that centered on the region from the St. Joseph River around South Bend, south to the Wabash River around Lafayette. The tribe also had villages all along the upper Wabash River and into the current Fort Wayne area. During the summer months, the people lived in villages where they grew maize, beans, and squash, as well as vegetables and herbs. During the late summer and early fall, they harvested, dried, and processed these winter. The women did most of the farm work, aided at times by the men. The men spent the greater part of their time hunting deer or buffalo. They also took squirrels, rabbits, and other small game for food. During late fall and early winter, the villagers broke up these into small bands to establish hunting camps near or in their hunting grounds. The men spent their time hunting white-tailed deer, bison, and eastern elk. They used the meat for food and the furs for clothing and to trade. Winter was the preferred time to gather fur, as during the winter months the animal's fur was thicker than it was during the summer months. They spent the animals smoking the meat and tanning the hides. In the early spring, the men remained in camp. However, the women took the children and moved into sugar maple groves to tap the trees and produce the sap into syrup and sugar. They would then eat or trade this sugar. As warm weather approached, the people once again moved into the villages to plant their fields. The Miami largely lived in oval huts constructed from wooden reeds called wigwams. Each village would also have a large council house. The men and women wore leggings. The men wore breechclouts while the women wore skirts. The upper body was uncovered except during winter when both sexes wore shirts. They made leather moccasins for their feet. They spoke using the Miami, Illinois language. Men were the hunters and warriors, the women farmers, and had responsibility for childcare. Women typically braided their hair or wore it in a bun. Men did not wear headdresses. Typically they wore a beaded feather stuck in the back. Usually the men shaved their heads Mohawk style. They used dugout canoes made from a single log to travel over water and used dogs to help them move goods over land. Men could only serve as chiefs. A village chief presided over community affairs. The warriors chose a war chief to lead them into battle or on hunting expeditions. The tribe was largely removed from Indiana during the early to mid-19th century. The Miami still maintain a presence in Indiana. They were not a federally recognized tribe in the state. For more information, contact Miami Nation of Indians in the state of Indiana, P.O. Box 6180 West 6th Street, Peru, Indiana 46970. Phone 765-473-9631. On the web, www.miamiindans.org. The story is excerpted from the author's book, Indiana's Timeless Tales, Prehistory to 1781. Readers can find the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and other online retailers, both in softbound and ebook copies. It can also be ordered directly from the website, www.mossyfeetbooks.com. You can contact the author at mossyfeetbooks@gmail.com.